Well, good afternoon, everybody. Middle of the week, Wednesday. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, where today I'll be trying out another gold race, this time at the Circuit of Barcelona. It's a 1-hour race, 8-minute qualifying, 2-minute practice, starting in 10 minutes. So we got a little bit of time here. I don't really have time to go around practicing. So far 2 splits, but I've been in the lobby for 5 minutes here, so maybe we are due for a refresh. Maybe we'll have some more folks. No, still 2 splits. 44-37. That's pretty much what I've been seeing lately. More hypercars than GTs, strangely enough. I think people are coming around to these hypercars. Although in all the leagues, yeah, people are not registering in the leagues. Whether it be Tricalicious or ZRL or Simulation, there is a lack of hypercar drivers, I would say. Meaning that there's a few drivers in the championship or tournaments, whatever you want to call those. Okay. So, got a couple of minutes here to spare. Kind of almost want to go into a practice. Ooh, there's a lot of people in these practice servers. Let's just go and check out their liveries. Let's do that while we wait these 10 minutes. Won't be here for 10 minutes though. Ooh, somebody has a custom livery here. He's using the new Genesis. Same chassis as the Alpine. Although, I will say this, cars handle very differently. If you get into an Alpine and you get into a Genesis, yeah. One's drivable, the other one not so much. I'll let you guys try it out to figure it out. Well, his rear seems extremely low. Might be just the, sometimes the camera doesn't do justice. Okay, yeah, that's why I don't do these practice sessions. Cold tires. They can bite you in the arse. Cadillac has a great sound to it. Ferrari is by far the most noisiest of cars. Oh, two purple sectors. Okay, let's get out of here as we wait the 3 minutes. Okay. $53 to 50. Still not that many Canadians here. Kind of funny seeing a Canadian flag here. I wonder if it depends if people from other nations get to see different flags. Because we are in Barcelona here. So I'm kind of surprised that there's a Canadian flag so prominent. Okay, a minute and a half to wait here. I apologize, but the schedule is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. So how is everybody doing this week or today? Here in my parts of the wood, it is a rainy day. Still on the cold side, 10 degrees Celsius. We're almost heading into the summer season, and we haven't had spring season yet. Just finished winter. It's been a very long winter this year. Okay. We are about to join the event here. So I got on a little bit earlier on today. Played around with the setups a little bit. Unfortunately, you kind of have to compromise. Well, I found that I needed to compromise. I was trying to get the car to understeer a little bit less, but everything that I did would cause the rear, I would lose the rear and spin out. And I mean, I'm just doing one little click here, one little click there, and you think it might not make a big difference, but it was. And then you try to compensate with something else here and something else there, and it just spirals out of control. I'm like, okay, no, let's bring it to a safe place. Okay, so practice is a minute left. Not much to do here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna qualify or not. I think I should keep my tires for the race. If I look at the setup here, 8 tires. So if anything happens at the beginning of the race and I need to switch over my tires, I don't want to go to used tires. I want to go to new tires. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to qualify, because when I qualify, I don't have time to warm up the tires. So I go with wets, but after 3 laps, they start to overheat. So, yeah, not ideal. Just checking my settings here. And there we go. We are live in both formats. So, quali, I really, oh, people have stop and goes, so red flags, I'm in. So we managed to make 3 splits. 33 cars in this split. How many hypers? 17 hypers. Oh, I'm expected to finish high up in this split. Okay, pressure is on and I'm not even qualifying. Mostly good drivers. That's always nice to see. Just one that has recently been at a high number of incidents. So we'll be starting from the rear here on the grid, I guess. Are they all... Is everybody out on the track? No, there's a couple that are staying in the pits here. Let's just go back to the hypers, 5 that are still in pits. I'm guessing maybe a couple of these will go out. Let's see here if anybody has some nice liveries, custom liveries. Oh, this guy does. A lot of Genesis. Oh, another custom livery. Yeah, cold tires. That's kind of why I don't like qualifying. Ooh, he's got the this year's livery, 2026. Ew, that's a nice livery, but oh, my chat is not working. Okay, let's go and see what's going on with the chat. Oh, hey. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem to... Oh, okay, I know why it's not working. Let's do this. There we go. Now it should be working.
Bob has donated 2,500 gold and says looking good. This is a test message.
There we go, Pookie. Thank you for letting me know that the chat wasn't working. Actually, it was kind of up there. I didn't see it, didn't pay attention to it.
Pookie2488 says, hey.
Hey, Pookie. Big thank you. Ooh, I don't like his custom livery though, but definitely a Moza fan. Ew. Yeah, lots of Genesis in this race. I'm surprised. Everybody that is qualifying on ooh, only 2 are not going around.
Pookie2488 says, how has been LMU threading you?
Pretty good, I would say. Had some good races yesterday. Hoping for a repeat today, but you never know. It just takes one spin out in front of you, and whether you wanted to or not, you accidentally clip him, damage your car, and then you're driving for an hour with damages. But I'm starting to think if it happens to me early in the race, I should come in and repair it. Just because it's just unpleasant to drive a car that's broken. That's my 2 cents. Yes, you end up losing a couple of positions, but I mean, it's one thing to try to save your rating, and it's another thing, you know, being stuck in these 40-minute or 1-hour races with a steering wheel that's crooked to go straight, and it pulls on every which direction. So it doesn't make for a very pleasant time. So I'm starting to think that ranking is not everything, enjoyment is. So if I'm, you know...
Cameron Scott 8060 says, are you crying, bro?
No, I'm not. Why does it look like I'm crying?
Reborn Retro says, yo.
Yo. A minute left to this qualifying, and then we can get to the race.
Reborn Retro says, did you watch the Indy 500?
No, I did not. I can't say that I'm a big fan of ovals. I mean, you can have fun with your friends and whatnot, that's one thing, but watching cars, sometimes it's interesting, sometimes, you know, I've watched it over the years, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, it's just everybody has their preferences, so. At some point, I think that this game is going to be getting an oval on the Indianapolis. We'll see what happens there with that. It's one thing to be playing with your friends. Okay, quali session is coming to a close. Okay, car is set up. My car is set up. We are good to go. I got one hard tire in the front there. Hopefully that'll last me for the hour. If I have to change them though, I'll go back to a medium depending on how early we are in the race. So how many did not qualify? Ooh, somebody actually got disqualified. Ooh. That can't be good.
Reborn Retro says, damn, those graphics are good.
And I got them on low settings because FPS and stuff. But yeah, they are. Okay, 1 hour race. Full tank of fuel. Might need to manage my electronics here. The engine mapping, but we'll see how things go. Alrighty. So in theory, I have 63 minutes of fuel. And it's a 60-minute race. So in theory, I should be good to not have to use the pits. Is it really slow to go full hards? No. But it will take you longer to get those hard tires up to temperature. I only use one because that tire has a tendency of wearing out faster than the others. I'd prefer to use mediums if I could.
Reborn Retro says, what game is that?
Le Mans Ultimate. Oh, so I actually have cars behind me? Oh, that's gonna be scary.
Justin Slim Friesen says, good morning.
Hey, hello, Mr. Justin. How are you today?
Reborn Retro says. It's all over the room.
And away we go. Okay, so let these...
Justin Slim Friesen says. Doing good. You? Justin Slim Friesen says. GL.
Thank you, definitely gonna need it. Scary stuff.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Well done.
It ain't over yet. Ooh, this is just the first lap. Ooh. Yep, same thing as always. People try to win the race at the first lap. Oh, that's a GT. All right. I haven't raced here at Barcelona in a long time. In fact, since the track came out, we haven't raced here.
Reborn Retro says. Retro goon make it goon y'all.
Oh, another yellow.
Reborn Retro says. Fuck.
Ooh, missing. Oh, struggling. I think this guy here is a lap down. Oh man, I have a hard time here. I see why some people say that the Peugeot brakes are not good. Seems like they fade in and out, fade in and out. One lap they'll be good, and the next lap, seems like they're fading out and stuff. Somebody slowly catching up to me. Don't know if I should defend or not. Seems like faster, 2 seconds faster per lap. I don't think I'm comfortable pushing it harder currently. Maybe if we had played this track a little bit more often. You know, like Monza, I kind of know my limits. Here, I don't. And so far, it's not bad of a race. I don't want to spin out and lose it, trying to push it too hard. Oh, by the way, Justin, I don't know if you're still around here, but Simulation also does iRacing races. I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in. Although it is in the evening where you have a tendency of watching other people's streams. But who knows? Front tires have good temperatures. My rears are still a little bit cold. The ducts in the rear are completely closed.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah, I thought they did.
Yeah, they have an LMU section and a iRacing section. Oh, he's catching up to me.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I know the name. Maybe Glenn raced with them in the past.
Really? Okay. Well, Carson did a race not too long ago. There we go, buddy. Letting you go. I kind of feel like I need to make a go-kart version of this setup. Like, massive wing, massive cornering, and very low high speed. Instead of this in-between compromise understeer setup. Okay, coming up on GTs. Gotta watch that one tire there in front. It's a good thing I put a hard. Has a tendency of wanting to climb up in temperatures. Maybe I should have opened up the ducts a little bit more in front. It's like 50%, 100% rear. Okay, so a couple of the front runners are removing themselves. Not feeling so bad now, letting some of the cars pass me.
Yuki2488 says, "Are you still thinking about DCSBTW?"
Well, not really. Like, it's something that I'd like to do maybe in the future, but no, not for another 6 months at least. Basically, when I get around to ordering an AB6 is when I'm gonna start thinking about it. Ooh. Afraid of locking up my brakes there. Ooh. Yep, always afraid of that kind of stuff happening. The organizer last night, I was trying out the hypercars for the first time. Even though he was crashing all over the place, he really likes the hypercars. He wants to do it again. Okay, halfway through. So far, so good. Hopefully, it stays that way.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "Oh really? I thought he was gonna hate you for talking him into it. LOL."
So did I. So did I. Well, it wasn't very hard talking him into it. It's something that he's been wanting to try. I would not have suggested to him the Cadillac. I mean, it's a good car. I've tried it out. I really like it. But now knowing that it's a rear-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, not a four-wheel drive, I don't know. I would struggle in the rain. If you never race in the rain, ooh. Like if all the races he organizes, they're never in the rain, then doesn't have anything to worry about. How is it that I go from 50 seconds in front of the guy behind me to 20 seconds? How are they gaining like 10 seconds a lap over me? Like he was 10 seconds, then he fell down to 50 seconds. Now he's up to 27 something. Am I really that slow, or are they just stopping in the pits? Grab a little bit more fuel and come back out. Am I not using enough mortar? Maybe I need to be using more of my battery. Seems like I'm always close to 100%. I'm thinking I can use a lot more of it. Like, there's so many breakpoints and corners here that it's recharging more than it's depleting. Ooh. Oh, it was a big cut try. Okay, well that guy's finally catching up to me now. That can't be a good sign. I feel like I'm using too much of my battery. Can I make it to a podium? Do you think? No comment. Fingers crossed.
Justin Slim Friesen says. They have pit. You still need to.
Oh. I thought I didn't need to pit. Okay, so I need to add 20, 30%. Yeah, I think if I had started using a little bit more of my my battery from the start, I would not have to pit. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing there. Need to get it to 30%. Oh man, am I going to be able to do it before the end of this lap? God, I hate this MDF going by when clicks. There we go. Concentrate on my driving again. I don't remember where the pits are. I don't remember where the speed limiter is either. Where do I need to cut my speed down? Here? Okay. Hopefully I don't get a penalty. Dang it. Ten minutes to go. Ooh, tires temperature came down quite a bit. A lot more than I thought they would have. Yeah, had I used more of my battery from the get-go, I may not have needed to pit. Or maybe I would have missed a lap or two, which is a much faster... Oh! Dang it. So I think it's at 40 kilowatts by default. I think I could have easily gone to 120. Which is 3 times as much. Don't know how much that translates into fuel savings, but if I needed only 7 extra laps, maybe that would have been the difference. Is that the Aston Martin that's parked there again? Why doesn't he just leave? I don't get that. I don't know how many times I let that guy pass me in this race. I can maybe catch up to the guy in front of me. I don't think I'll be able to do it before the end of the race, though, but... Whoa. Kind of feeling this track a little bit more. Yep, that's what I needed. 1 hour of practice here to get a feel for this track again. Woohoo! I was actually catching up to this guy. Well, that was a good race. I'm happy with that.
Justin Slim Friesen says, nice drive, GG.
Thank you. It was a nice drive. I was actually getting quicker and catching up to people there at the end. It's kind of encouraging. I bet you I'm still gonna lose ranking because I didn't qualify. How much you want to bet? Okay, time to set up a smoke screen, folks. And celebrate. And man, if I would have started using a lot more battery from the get-go, maybe I could have squeezed another 6 laps out of my tank.
Justin Slim Friesen says, you'll gain, I'm guessing.
This is pretty much where they expected me to finish. like 22, but there's 30s, 25s, 31s, 29s, 26. So, what? I finished sixth? Man, oh, if only I'd used more of my battery for the first 45 minutes of the race. I could have probably gone with needing just 1 or 2 laps of fuel at the most. Oh, well, live and learn. I don't know how I got this here. Did that last guy just not finish? Did he wreck? Well, from last to sixth, that's pretty good. It doesn't seem like it because, I let so many cars pass me during the first 10 laps. Like you think, oh, I'm just gonna fall down to the last. I gain a little bit of driver rank. Gain 8 positions. The Lambo finished first, okay, then the BMW. Ferrari, Genesis, BMW. Dang, I'm the only Peugeot that actually finished the race. What happened to the other dude? Okay, he had a nice livery. He got out early. Is this the Zebra? He got out at lap 11. That doesn't make sense. Or is this the Zebra who went the distance? Oh well, I am happy with that. I'm happy. I like the races this week. Oh no, I'm not gonna do another hour. No, no. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I had to start streaming earlier because otherwise I never get. The schedule's always incompatible for doing these races. Like I get stuck on the Paul Rickards all week long because their time things don't change from day to day. What are people doing? Practice Le Mans hypers, practice hypers, and everything else is locked. I'm always amazed at 5 pages of locked servers during the day. It's sad to see only one or no people in them, though, on this last one. Man, the guy is renting a 38 server thing, and there are only two. Have you done these so far this week? These golden races? Okay, well, I think I'll end the shorts feed here. That was a good race.
Justin Slim Friesen says, no, I've done 3 laps of LMU in the last week or two. LOL.
Dame. Okay, no comment. Are you going to be able to do the tournament? Actually, you should have gone on yesterday and joined us. Lots of
Justin Slim
Canadians in
Friesen
this.
says, oh yeah.
Should have gone on yesterday and joined us. Lots of Canadians in simulation. Simulation. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that I need to change my setup for this car. I need to use a lot more electrical
Justin
power.
Slim Friesen says, just not liking LMU right now.
Okay, well, I kind of find that it got a lot more stable. Although last night, I don't know if I told you this, it took me an half an hour to join the server. Well, first of all, it was my fault because I forgot that the lobby code is not a password. So I was trying it as a password, it wouldn't work. Then I was trying it at the lobby code, but then it wouldn't let me in. Had to restart the game twice to finally let me in. That's the only bug I've came across in the past 2 weeks.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I start a lap and think to myself, I like the way erasing feels so much more. So YTF am I here? LOL.
Really? Okay. Well, because it's fun. You can like it so much better, but it's still very good. And strangely enough, you keep telling me I'm not gonna like it. But I still got a couple of upgrades before I can afford something like that. Seems I'm gonna have to buy a lot of tracks. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Powertrain, where's the engine? So it's at 60 by default.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I don't think you would.
Oh, wait a minute. Why did it not load? Okay, now it's loaded. Oops. Let's start with 120. So that's twice what it was. There we go. Just in case I do it again. So yeah, after 45 minutes, I'm kind of noticing that my battery's always pink, which means it's almost always full. Man, if I could have saved a couple of more laps of fuel. See, I was only 10 seconds from the guy in front of me, and I was catching up to him. So if my pit would have been 10 seconds shorter, I could have gained a position just in the
Justin Slim
pits.
Friesen says. For those who really like the way LMU feels, erasing's FFB would feel dead to you.
Yeah, I do like the way the force feedback feels.
Justin Slim Friesen says. It's a matter of taste.
I like it when it's heavy, when the steering wheel's heavy. And strangely enough, what's his name this morning? That guy Alex K, says that he feels like the hypercar steering wheel is light. So I'm kind of confused. Mine feels heavy and I like it. Keep in mind that I don't have a big wheelbase, so but I feel like I'm driving my truck all day long, where I have to put in some effort to turn the steering wheel. Oh, this is a race. Okay, nope. I don't want to get into a race. Then there's nothing else. Everything else is locked. Nobody. Okay, practice for an hour. Let me get into a practice. Quali.
Justin Slim Friesen says. LMU is noisy but useless info. iRacing is quiet but informative. Others might disagree with me, but that is my opinion.
Yeah, I disagree because I don't find it noisy. In fact, other than the steering wheel and the road surface, I don't feel anything. But that's about to change because I'm going to go with a car that has ABS. Like, what am I doing in GT3 and what am I doing on this track? Who knows?
Justin Slim Friesen says. TBH. You don't have any baseline to compare to.
True that. The only other game that I play is, what is it? Project Cars. And that's noisy. That I get so much stuff happening in the wheelbase that I don't know if it's ABS, traction control, road surface, wheel lockup. If it's a car banging me, all it's just all over the place. Okay, car setup. Do I have any setups for this track? Apparently I do not. Okay. Let's go with Coach Dave's Academy. Let's remove a little bit of fuel here. There we go. Actually, let's bring up tiny pedals. Let's turn on, where's fuel? There we go.
Justin Slim Friesen says. RF2, ACC, AMS2, Jeet Sport, AC, LMU, iRacing, and others. These are my refenses.
Yeah, I kind of wish that I had gotten the wheelbase when I was trying out Rensport and AMS2. Because last summer, I did not know this, but everything was free on AMS2. But I kind of preferred Rensport to it and LMU. So I kind of stopped playing it. And then a week later, I decided to try it out again. And then noticed that I only had access to 2 tracks and 2 cars. I did not know that it was a promotion that for a month everything was free to try out. But I didn't even have a force feedback wheel.
Says, AC is the best IMHO.
Yeah, I was never drawn to AC. I mean, I tried it out once, but back then I didn't even have a wheel. All I had was a gamepad, and yeah, it was too hard to drive. Oh, this is this version of the track again. Okay. Man, it's so much easier to drive a GT on gold tires. It's ridiculous. Hypercars should be a little bit more like this, where you don't have to wait until you're at 75 degrees to start getting some grip on the tires. It's like on or off. Like tire grip is off until you reach 75, and then it starts gripping more and more all the way to 95. I was actually struggling last night because they would not go above 75.
Justin Slim Friesen says, did I upload all the Maca setups? I can't remember. LOL.
Oh, maybe not. I didn't check, honestly. That might be my bad. Because let's face it, I don't drive GTs. Ew. But if you want to load the Ferraris and the Cadillacs, by all means, if you feel like it, whenever you feel. No rush. I just can't figure out the Ferrari at all. Actually, the CDAs for the Cadillac might not be so bad from what I tried. But the Ferrari, man, I don't know how people drive that hypercar.
Justin Slim Friesen says, okay, which one first?
The Ferrari. But I'll ask, what's his name, if he's gonna stick with the Cadillac. Maybe I can get him fiddle around with the setups with that car and send those to him, see if he likes it better, because he has absolutely no setups.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'll get on it now.
No, you don't need to get on it now. I mean, I appreciate everything you do, but I don't want it becoming a chore, you know? It has to be fun. But yeah, to stay on the subject of iRacing, there is an app for iRacing, and people say that it helps a lot. So I'm just wondering, since you're telling me that I just won't like the feeling of the force feedback, maybe if I'm using that app, I could get it to the point where I like it, you know? Like there is a way for me to get it feeling similar to the way it is here in LMU.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I like the FFB. So I've never tried it.
Okay. Well, see, I also like the FFB the way it is here, but I did try that other application once, and I found it extremely light. But I did not know what all the settings meant, or what they did. So I'm like, okay. I mean, the one thing that I liked about it is that it removed the ABS out of the steering wheel. Like initially, I found that the ABS was overwhelming. Like you can't drive, you can't turn, you can't do anything because all your steering wheel's doing is shaking under braking. Like it overpowers the feeling of the road, the amount of, you know, working the tires in the corner. You lose all that feeling just because everything's going
Justin Slim Friesen
ABS-y.
says, oh, do what you want. If you try it, okay, but I don't want you to feel like you were pushed into trying iRacing.
Oh. Well, like DCS, it's on my list. It's just that I'll get around to it whenever I can afford it. You know, like once I get my new wheel, once I get the money for an R25, I don't think I'm going to change my pedals. I like these too much. Like, yes, the adaptive pedals are nice, but these pedals are great. I am feeling, you know, the ABS and the traction loss and the traction control. It's the only three things I want on this, on the pedals. I want to know when the ABS kicks in. I want to know when the traction control kicks in. And I want to know when I got traction loss or my wheels lock up. Which I feel really nicely. I almost consider it a cheat. Why am I going with an R25 wheelbase? I have no idea. I'll go with something stupid like I like the LED lights on the wheelbase. And that's the reason why I want it. Like I can't figure out how to buy some LED strips.
Justin Slim Friesen says, but it's not just the FFB. The car's physics is also different. And that's the real reason I prefer it.
Well, see, I have fun with, project cars. Not necessarily because I like the physics or whatnot, but I do like driving on certain tracks. So if I can host races on the tracks that I like, with the cars that I like, kind of like LMU, I'm not really going to care much about my driver rating. I'm just here to have fun. Like last night, I don't know if you noticed, but at the end of the race, I stopped just before the race line to let one of the organizers climb the podium. And he actually called me out on it last night in Discord. And I'm like, well, I have a reputation to protect. I'm known as the slowest driver on the track. So.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
Like, well, I spoke with the other one earlier this week, before chatting with them last night, because I did get on Discord and chatted with both of them, because I couldn't get into the race. So they wanted me to share my screen and everything and get into Discord. But yeah, I'm having fun, I guess I'm built different from everybody. Like the race I just did in Barcelona, I just like driving on the track and the way that it feels. Like I don't mind letting cars go by me. I'm just happy at the race that I'm a little bit more competitive than people give me. Because I am so slow, but, there's 10 other people that are faster than me, but then they crash. So, is it really worth it? Oh, man. I kind of remember why I liked the McLaren, and then I kind of remember why I prefer hypercars. Actually, I'm not feeling the ABS much anymore, strangely enough. Did they change it? Were they getting so much feedback from people that they wanted a setting for the ABS that they just decided that we're gonna numb it down a little bit because too many people are asking for an option to completely remove it? I'm not feeling the traction control kick in. Not feeling the ABS kick in. I do feel the wheels sliding. See, I'm not feeling the ABS. I remember I was asking you a week or two ago, maybe I should remove the ABS since I'm not used to it, but I'm not even feeling it anymore. And maybe I would need to get into the Ferrari, because I guess that's the car that I remember all of these things happening. Ah, man, why will it not stick that corner? Why will the car not stay on track? It stays on track everywhere else. I'm going a bit wide. Whoa! That's going wide. Hey, but I'm almost 2 seconds faster. Okay, I go wide all over the track and somehow faster. Ooh, felt the traction there. There we go. Man, I'm 10 seconds off pace here from everybody else. But yeah, one of the main reasons, the only reason, is I guess the variety of cars and being able to drive on the tracks. But you haven't told me if Bruno was on the track, was one of the tracks yet. So I guess I'll have to Google that. Track that's in the Czech Republic. I love that track. Yeah, I'd have to look at all the tracks that are in iRacing. Ooh, that was bad.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I checked. If I remember right, the answer was no.
Yeah, that would ring a bell.
Justin Slim Friesen says, but I bet AC has it.
Man, I hate this turn here. I never know where it is. I would hate racing here at night. What is it, pussycat? I think my big cat wants to go for a walk now. You've been driving long enough here. Where did this guy go? I think he got confused on which version of the track this is again. Ooh, felt the ABS there. Dang, I really had to press hard on the mushroom. Ooh, felt the traction control there. Oh, my poor kitty cat. Yeah, I'll have to look at which tracks there are. And if there's 10 tracks that I like, then I'd be convinced to eventually do the move. Was it you that was telling me that they're working on a new engine for iRacing to update it? To make it look better or something? Somebody was talking about that the other day.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Graphics engine, yup.
Okay. Whoa! What happened? Whoa, I just lost a car out of nowhere. That bites. Whoa, that was a nasty bite. I did not even feel it. It just gone. Okay. Return to the garage. Okay, well, my big cat wants to go for a walk, so I guess that's what we're doing, folks. What am I doing tonight? I might host one tonight. Or I might do a gold race, depending on when I get on and what's available. Kind of feel like I need to host one. So, okay, Justin, have yourself a good one. And hopefully I'll see you later. And I'll check the map.
Justin Slim Friesen says. K Ferrari setups will be done in 10 or so. Justin Slim Friesen says. Later.
Well, a big thank you for that. Like I said, there's no rush for these, you know. I'm very happy with the Peugeot. And if I always want to, I can always drive the Genesis, which is also fun. Like, I'm starting to discover some of their shortfalls and stuff, but You know, if those setups for the Ferrari, you know, if it's drivable for me and I'm a little bit more competitive, a little bit faster, a second faster around the track, then I would go with that. But currently that Ferrari is so janky that nah, I don't have the skills to drive that. But okay. Thank you all for watching, and have yourselves a great rest of the day. And
Justin Slim Friesen says. You did mean the high, right?
yes, I obviously, yes. We're talking about the hypercar Ferrari and hypercar Cadillac. Because I do like the sound of
Justin
that
Slim Friesen
Cadillac.
says. Good. LOL.
Yeah, I'm at the point where, okay, if I'm gonna drive these GT3s for whatever reason, I guess I can use the CDAs and modify those. It's a lot easier. Okay. Toot toot toot.